What's happening, everyone? Day 2 of Founders Week. We are back. And today we're going to be talking about Monkey JPEG pictures and the beautiful platform that I've came across that people may remember from several years ago when it was first. Every time I talk about PulseChain projects that haven't launched yet, or even PulseChain. PulseChain took almost 2 years, and then we talk about the projects that the SAC phases happened around that time. I was watching Coffee stream, watching the replay this morning, and he was like, "Yeah, I totally forgot I did that, and I sacked double for it than what I thought I did." So it's just it is really a special time when these things start to come together. Everyone's like, when launch, all this stuff. Gerardo has been pretty clear that that's why I just changed the title, put it launch imminent ? He did confirm it was factual, so we don't know when. However, he seems very excited in the green room, so that tells you anything. Won't give anything away, but he's decided to come on the show and talk about this platform that he's been working on for a very long time, and it's going to open up some doors, hopefully on PulseChain. Get a lot of people, playing these healthy games. If you like your JPEGs, we got some platforms to do that on. Maybe you can stake it, do other things like that. Going to go through the process, how all that stuff works, and you never know, you might get some Easter eggs here and there. Share the link, tag us both on Twitter if you like. Put that in the chat sometimes. I thought I'd just go ahead and say that now. And without further ado, welcome back to the show, Gerardo. How's it going, man?
Man, what's up? Going well. Timing is a little crazy. Someone in our Telegram chat was like, the site is down on testnet. Went to go check. Sure enough, infinite spinning green circle. Love to see that, right? And now it turns out, okay, so there's password protection when we set up our systems. We set up this authorization to where, like, if anyone were to guess the link, that you need a password and a username to log in. And so we had that for our testnet system when we first started it. But now that it's live, like it's public and open. But as we were setting up our mainnet system, which is going to use the same Git branch, accidentally can set the authorization back on the testnet system. So everyone was pretty much locked out for like 10 minutes. But yeah, that's a lesson learned. It was just a front end API server thing. It's not like, truly not really a big deal, but we just removed that. Shout out to GameSys. He helped out with that. He's our DevOps guy. So just like to the rescue. But no, man,
nice.
Vibing out to your intro song in the green room. Little do
people like that.
I mean, the green room experience, for those who don't do much streams, it's always nice just hearing the intro music, and I'm just there jamming out usually. Like, you have a good one.
Yes.
DCC always has bangers and so on. But yeah, man, how are you structuring these interviews? You want to just jump into a demo real quick or something?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the way I've been normally going about it is like talk about maybe the vision real quick of just Mintra, how it came about. And then, yeah, if you got a demo, would love to put your screen on there and you can show people all about it.
Let's get it. Yeah, Mintra came about back in 2022 from the whole, let's have the community build things and have vertical integration under a distributed system, which is our community. And everyone's building out different things, different flavors. You have the leverage guys, the Dex boys, the memes, the NFT guys, and I'm the NFT marketplace guy, right? And we've built and shout out to all the influencers who've been like hyping me up with the videos and the reviews. Like, it's a beautiful UI, and I can say that, but when I hear other people say it, it hits differently. So yeah, I can give a full run through demo of like why we decided to make Mintra, like how it works, what you can do, features, yada yada, and the infamous when mainnet question.
Beautiful. Let's do it, man.
So let's get it. Okay. So I guess let me share my screen real quick.
Yeah, it is a beautiful site. A lot of people have been talking about recently, like you said, and every time I look at it, I'm like, wow, I'm more excited about it because it is something that is very appealing and to the eye. Even though I'm really not into NFTs, I like Watsas, because they're yield bearing and stuff like that.
Right.
HSIs, of course, if you want to count those, in different formats and different things like that. But otherwise, I'm not. But when I see your site, I'm like, this looks pretty cool. I do want to engage. I do want to click buttons. So, yeah, of course.
That's the goal, right? So what can you see? You can see that. All right, cool. So you cannot see my file explorer then.
Correct.
Cool. Here, I want to launch an NFT for you live.
Yeah.
If that's cool.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you have any art that you prefer? I did this on like a private call the other day with some I don't want to say who, but for like some students of an influencer, like showing them a demo, basically what I'm doing now, and I launched these NFTs live for them in the moment. Just three little AI generated rollies. So let's do you have any specific art you want me to drop, or should I just use like your profile picture from Twitter?
Well, I mean, I would be honored. Yeah, go for that. That sounds cool.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, keep talking while I download the image and do stuff. Here.
Yeah, everyone, this is a surprise to me. Drader kept this for me too. He's going to launch an NFT live, not the platform, but an NFT live.
Yeah.
And that is super cool, man. That's it. Is this, well, I don't want to ask you too many questions, but like, is this something that people can do? How easy would it be for them to do themselves? Like, is it literally just going to be like what you're about to do?
Absolutely. And that's the beauty of it. It's like, it's free to everyone. Our Launchpad really enables anyone to deploy collections. Now, the ease of it, I will be completely transparent and say that the Launchpad, launching NFT collections, is the most advanced feature of the entire app. Everything else is pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Everything wrapped around into nice little, I guess, wrappers, right? But this one, you do have to have a little bit of knowledge. And I mean, that's good, right? That's one axis we can progress on, is our Launchpad, is having all the stuff that I'm about to show you be automated. Right. So let's get into that. Here.
Very excited.
So what I'm doing right now is I just downloaded your image, your profile image. I'm going to open a .text file. Right, a simple .text file. I should share my entire screen as opposed to just the window. That would help a lot.
Up to you, OPSEC, but yeah, if you got it, let's do it.
Window, entire screen, all right. Yeah, OPSEC. And what can you see? Like my taskbar, all the apps I use. That's pretty much it. Oh, you can see.
Make sure you don't have your private key text file open. Make sure you don't have that open.
You can see time and weather. So
there's no private key text files.
Yeah.
No seed words. No text file full seed words.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Boom, boom. Let me get a template, which actually you can find on the site. So you go to Learn, FAQ. And again, since the Launchpad is the most advanced feature of the site, we made sure to have a nice in-depth FAQ/tutorial on how to do this. So this here in particular is your metadata, your .json. That you will use for your name, your description, your image itself, and your attributes if you choose to include any. All right, cool. Can you see NFT up? You can't.
Yeah, we can see it.
You see it? Okay, cool. Oh, it was covered. Yeah. Okay. Boom, you have NFT up. So this is a tutorial, right? You download NFT up from nft.storage, which is a really easy way to just drag and drop files into here, and it pins them to IPFS, which if you don't know, IPFS is a decentralized file sharing network, which people use to host images, because you can host images on the blockchain. Technically, they're just really, really heavy, and it's kind of blockchain etiquette to not just be spamming the blockchain with your JPEGs. It's like, I mean, you saw what happened when Bitcoin ordinals came out. Do you remember when Jack launched some what was it, VampX or something? He launched his NFTs on Bitcoin. And I think he pretty much just if I remember correctly, he just pretty much clogged up Bitcoin for like a day or so, which was kind of funny. And we used that as a nice little meme to flex PulseChain. If you remember, that's when Richard stole my meme of the big old buff dog being like, PulseChain, we can handle like 2,000 TP or a bunch of transactions per day, and Bitcoin can barely handle any, like little wimpy Doge.
Oh yeah.
And then he didn't even credit me, bro. You just like save image, post it. I'm like, all right, dude. But let's go.
Only Richard can do that. Let's say that.
No, it's all good. That's the proper way. Stealing memes is an art. So you copy this code, your metadata code, you paste it into a text file. What do you want to call it? Let's just call it this is your NFT, man. What do you want to call it? I'm deploying it for you, for your community.
I mean, just I guess RHMax, and you just name it that.
Clean and simple. I like it. Description. This is NFT number 1. Sounds a little lame. Let's do something cooler.
For the non-believers.
Awesome. Okay. For the non-believers. ... Ominous. I like it. Any traits? Like how many traits do you like?
Traits. You have to fill me in on what that means.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a good educational opportunity. So you have your some people call them traits, some people call them attributes. It's basically like a category of thing. So like for a Bored Ape, it might be like sunglasses. That's the attribute, and the value would be like black or transparent or blinged out, or the attribute could be shirt and the values would be green, red, pulse gradients, like whatever you want. So you have your attributes and your values per attribute, and you can add as many as you'd like to your NFT. So in your case, is there something that will make it look more like this picture, just the NFT format? So for yours,
the gradients.
Oh, you want to like edit the photo? Is that what you're saying?
No. Is there something that like for example, this photo has like different gradients and stuff like that? So maybe something more similar to that.
Absolutely, that's a really good point. So like glasses, or prescription, or blue light blocking, or like what kind of glasses you like? Anything special about them that you want to?
Nothing super special. I mean, make them look better than this drawing. I never really liked them that much in this drawing.
All right. Well, they're bionic, if that's okay. Bionic glasses. You can see through the bullshit.
I like it. I like it. For the non-believers.
Cool. And then hat, or let's do cat. And let's do pulse gradient, PulseChain gradient or something.
Okay.
And then if you want to add another one, because it's just a template, you would do like comma and then just paste this basically what's inside these brackets, right? It might look like gibberish to the non-coder. So again, the Launchpad is for advanced users, but this video, other videos in the future, and the tutorial will make it relatively easy. And at the same time, because it's for advanced users, you'll probably see higher quality stuff popping up. Because if you know how to do this, you probably know how to make it art. You're probably serious about it, is my point. So you have this.
Could you have like a JSON editor on Mintra later on, you think?
Yep, exactly. So the dream is like just type into a little text input field all of this stuff, and it just starts filling this out for you in JSON generator. And then maybe we don't even need NFT up in the future. We actually pin it for you to IPFS. That's the dream. So the Launchpad could definitely improve it in that sense. So for sure, let's do hex gradients, and that should be good. Yeah, unless this is a necklace, I can't tell what this is. I think
it's like a gold chain with there's a Pulse logo at the bottom, but it's cut off.
Then let's do chain. We'll just do like gold or gilded or something like that, right?
I got it right here.
Cool. Oh, badass.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. I'm gonna write that. Gold pulse chunk. How about that?
Okay.
Not really a chunk, actually. Gold pulse pendant. There you go. And make sure when you're copy pasting these, big deal. Otherwise, you'll get an error. Don't put a comma on the last one. That screwed me up for like an hour a while back. Commas matter, and you'll get an error, and you'll have to redeploy and stuff. I don't want you to waste your gas. So cool. Now we have this ready. I will go ahead and save that somewhere on my RHMax. We'll call it 1. You can call it whatever you want, but it's 1.json, right? Make sure it's a .json. So it's ready. It's ready. Nice. And your image is ready as well. So what you do then is you go to NFT up, you grab your image, Desktop, RHMax, boom, boom. Close that a little bit. Get that nice and everyone can see everything. Cool. So you grab your image and you just drop it into NFT up. That's step one. Now you have a content ID right here, a content identifier hash. You want that. That's important. This identifies your image on IPFS, and it's content based. It's not like HTTP where it's location based, and you're hitting a location and asking, is my content here? It's not like that. IPFS is like, this is the content I'm looking for. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? And it starts looking for that specific piece of content. So you copy your ID, and then what you do is you go back into your metadata, and you want to make sure that CID is what's in here. So you just paste it in there. Boom. Right, it's BAFY, ends in MHM. Okay, cool. We look good. So now that your content is on IPFS, you've gotten your CID, you've pasted it into your metadata, you save that. Now it's time to drag your metadata into NFT up to pin your metadata to IPFS. Now that it has the appropriate picture, and that's all. Now you have your IPFS URL, and that is exactly what you need for deploying collections on Mintra. Now we go to our Launchpad. We do the fun stuff. Right, so you paste that here, and you can fill everything out while it's validating. It only takes a little while. So we will call it the collection name, right? Not the NFT itself. So this matters usually if there's multiple NFTs in a collection. But for this case, we'll do like, it used to be RHMax as well.
Yeah.
RHM, good symbol.
Sounds good.
And then what are we charging people? What are you charging people for this? And this is from the deployer's address. So it's technically.
This is funny because I have a no monetization policy. So this is coming from. This is how can we do it? Because I mean, so technically that's an interesting point too. Ownership. Oh, it's on testnet too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about who's going to own it once it gets created. Like, how does or does it just go for sale, and then how's that work?
Right. So it's the deployer. So in this case, it would be me. I could technically send you that IPFS URL, and you could go do this, share your screen from an address you own, and then you would own the collection if you want to do that.
Okay. That's all right. Well, because I'd rather do it here, but okay. I don't know. Since it's testnet, I guess it doesn't matter. So how about?
It really doesn't.
How about? Can you put it so it's in Pulse, or what's the pricing?
As of now, yeah, the Launchpad is pure Pulse. Everything else, Marketplace is every other token, but Launchpad is Pulse.
Okay. I mean, just I don't know, 5555. Well, it's the first thing that comes to mind. Why not? It's on testnet.
Nice. It is on testnet, and each Pulse is like damn near $2 on testnet. So that's why this shows this. It's going to read from the chain, right?
Nice.
Cool. Oh, is this the wrong one? No. This is the right one. Right? Ends in KU. Yeah. All right. Cool. Format is not supported by now. What? Hold on. Did I go too fast? Might have gone too fast.
You uploaded the picture, then you uploaded the JSON metadata. So
yeah. Uploaded the JSON metadata.
Oh, GameSys is here, and he says you didn't copy the entire URL.
I didn't.
I think I might have noticed that earlier, actually, but I wasn't sure because it's smaller on my screen.
I'm pretty sure I did, though. Error format is not supported by now. Oh, another thing. Yup. Hold on. RHMax is a JPEG. What did we put in our metadata? .png.
Oh,
little things, man. Advanced feature. Even I'm screwing up here live. Okay.
Wow.
Metadata's updated with JPEG. Now let's re-upload that to get to NFT up to IPFS.
Does it matter if you do .jpg or .jpeg?
No, as long as you're consistent with what your file type is and what you're putting in the JSON. then you should be
So it
good.
goes by
But yeah,
file type, not extension. Gotcha.
I believe so. Yeah. So JPEG,
I mean,
JPG, PNGs, and GIFs we support. So
right, because you could
videos are a
change a
little trickier
PNG
now.
to you can change a PNG to .jpeg, but it'd still be a PNG. It would just look differently. It wouldn't be that correct.
A .png.jpg.
Yeah.
Cool. So this should work. And then you set the maximum amount of NFTs that each user can mint from a particular wallet address. So in our case, since we only have one NFT inside of the collection, it's just one is the minimum, it's the max, it's everything. If it was something like 10,000 NFTs, you could set the limit to 10,000. So one dude can mint them all, or you can set it to 10. So everyone caps out after 10. It's really up to the person, the creator. So yeah, we wait for this to validate. Hopefully this one works now. It'll automatically populate our maximum supply because of
So just a question too on what happens when, so you described it in the metadata in the JSON, and you upload the photo. So is there some like AI thing in the background that's just going to generate this? Is that what's going on?
AI in the background generating what exactly? This?
Generating the NFT? Or are you just literally tokenizing that JPEG?
We are tokenizing the JPEG.
So the generated, I guess my question is, what will the generated one look like? Will it look exactly the same, or will it look different?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Because all an NFT is, dude, is like it's on-chain data pointing to off-chain data, and the off-chain in this case is IPFS, so it's decentralized, even though it's off-chain, right? That's the trick. What did I do, bro? Oh gosh, this is rough, my friend. No. I'm going a little fast here. That's probably why. I was better prepared when I did this with dollar cost. I had it already and shit. Let's see.
I wonder, is it saying there's a problem with the JSON?
It's saying the format is not supported right now, which, to be fair, I usually use PNGs.
I mean, you could convert it to a PNG and try.
God, but that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Chain RHMax. Boom, boom, boom. The image was right. It was that one. All right. I mean, we can continue debugging this here, although it gets a little boring. Or we could just go into like to show what happens once you deploy it. It's up to you. I don't know how long your thing goes. We've been on the Launchpad for a minute now.
I mean, we got about an hour, so we got about 35 minutes left. Whatever you think you want to do. If you want to show us Mintra more, and then maybe we'll come back to you later.
Yeah. Let's go back to the Launchpad and near the end. Okay, so once you deploy a collection, like I did this the other day, you get this. It pretty much becomes a live drop immediately, so anyone can mint it at that point. So you have the price, you have the mintable per user right here. You have how many are left in the entire collection to mint. So this one's a third of the way through. There's 3 of them. It shows you whether there's a royalty set. So if anyone's receiving a royalty from this, the creator address, you can go to that, contract address, yada, yada. This one's ending in 9 hours, right? So you can go here and look, you've already minted 1 NFT and you can mint 0 more NFTs. So I already minted from this collection and I already hit the cap from this address. So I personally can't, but you can go in and anyone can go in and mint new ones from here. So you have that, and this, it kind of democratizes NFT creation and collection. If you can get through the hurdles of like battling with NFT up and all those error messages, like it's not my first time battling with that. And if you can get through that, then your collection is right here and it's live on minting now. So that's the Launchpad. That's just one of many things that the site hides itself in, is the Launchpad. The second part is the marketplace, right? And really, this is where we put most of our heart and hard work into, is the marketplace, which is you can go explore sale listings, see every NFT that's for sale. You can explore your auction listings, see everything that's up for auction. If you want to explore drops, like we mentioned, things that are minting now and live, they're right here. Upcoming drops, live drops, ended drops. if you noticed in the Launchpad, you can set your timed window here. So you set when to when you want your NFT drop to be. And this is huge, I think, for influencers who are like, yo, I'm going to have this drop on this date. It's now upcoming on Mintra. You can go see, and it launches, or it mints from this date to this date. And then we also include, like I said earlier, royalty, if you want to add a royalty up to 10%. And you can even include a different recipient address if you'd like, which is really cool for collections that want to do like royalty pools or something. I know the PulseX guys kind of started that a lot in the PulseChain NFT community. They have a royalty pool. It just paid out, I think, yesterday to their holders, like 300 million Pulse to their like 1,100 holders, and each of them got like, you know, a few, like a good amount of Pulse. Each of them got, I think it was like $20 or something. But yeah, for people who want to do like a royalty pool or send the royalty to a different address than the actual one that they're on, then this is a really cool feature, I think. So let's do a 1% royalty. And this one's kind of cool too if you want to make your collection burnable or your NFTs in the collection burnable or not. So this is more so like it's like a scarcity play. But if you want all of them to exist for some reason, if they're like trading cards or whatever style NFTs, you might want them all to exist. So this is another toggle users can have, make it burnable or not. And then you would hit next, deploy, and they would be on here, minting now or upcoming, depending on the window. And yeah, so you can explore sale listings, auction listings, drops, entire collections themselves, right, on a collection level instead of just on an NFT level. You can search by name, address, symbol. You have your filters over here. If you want to filter by ERC 721, ERC 1155, you can filter by videos. Yeah.
Yep. Images. I'll go over the difference between those two.
Okay.
721 and 155.
Yeah, they're the two most popular NFT standards. So 721 in particular, let's say you launch one collection with 10,000 NFTs. Those are usually ERC 721 because you only have token ID 1 through 10,000. And each of those token IDs have a supply of 1. Versus when you get into ERC 1155s, you get into fungible NFT land. Like starting to put the F in NFT a little bit. They start becoming a little more like ERC 20 tokens. That's how my brain kind of figures it out, because you can have token ID 1 to 10,000, but token ID 1 might have like 500 supply. There's supply within each token ID.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you could have like it gets a little crazy, but yeah, let's find some examples. ERC 1155. Let's see. Let's look at this llama pass. Looks interesting, right? And you can see that for llama pass number 1, I don't know what this is, by the way, for the record. For llama pass number 1, you have 55 owners because there's 502 supply of this particular token ID 1. So there's 502 supply, 55 owners. This is really cool too. You can click on this little link thing and see all of the owners, how many they own. This guy owns 1. This guy owns 1 of them. This guy owns 2. You can just scroll down and make an offer like, ooh, this guy owns 339 of them. I'm going to make an offer on all 339. 1 pulse each. Total price, right? Price per unit, quantity. That product is this. So I want to make an offer. Oh, not enough NFTs. Okay. So maybe he doesn't hold the full amount anymore. So let me just offer on like 100 of them. I want 100 of those bad boys of llama pass number 1. And so you make an offer, and if it's for sale, you can just straight up buy it. If it's for auction, you can straight up bid on it. But since they're not, you can just make an offer on it right now, and then just bug them on Twitter or whatnot to try to get them to accept the offer, or get other people to be like, yo, there's a huge offer on this. Go check it out on Mintra. So it's another cool little marketing tool. So yeah, so now I've made an offer on that. But the point of this was ERC 1155s is that's the main distinction, is there's supply per token ID greater than 1. And that's the difference. So you can
Okay.
explore and filter by that, by your standard, by your media type, whether it's a video, image, GIF, badges, which will beef up in the future too. Like right now we have a few. Let's see what's hex related. Cool, some HSI, some staker class, some hex funks. Let's see what's pulse related. Boom, 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 and so on, like the PNS ones. These are 1155s as well. But yeah, man, you can trade your .pns name or .pls names. Let's see if there's an RHMax. That'd be kind of cool. Name. You filter by name, we go down to R. Have you talked to the PulseChain name service guys?
I feel like I had them on the show during open mic one day. I think so.
All right, so I don't think your name is here. You might want to claim that one for PulseChain mainnet once they're out. But there's Richard.pls, RG3.pls, and so on. Boom, we can make an offer on this. This is probably RG3 though, the owner, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can have fun with this. And speaking of users, one of my new favorite features leads right into it, explore users. This is one of my favorite new features because it introduces this competitive nature to things where you have top earners, top spenders, and most items sold. So it's like you can go in and see who's making the most, who's spending the most, whose ratio is most profitable, who's selling the most items. And again, you add this kind of competitive nature to it. Looks like one of my accounts is a top spender, but about 50% down on earnings, which is okay. This one spent $1 million pulse, made 3.4 milli pulse. And you can just see that like this social aspect of NFT marketplaces, I think is really important. And I haven't seen any other marketplaces that have this on PulseChain, like a really nice explore user section. And there's much more we can do. Like users can choose to feature maybe their NFTs, or maybe we could show their shop right here, what they have on sale for auction. So a lot of cool things we can do with everything. We're really in a position to move fast now and do all the cool new features. So that's the NFT side of things, the Launchpad in the marketplace. We can dive into the mint side of things, the token. Next.
Tokenomics, man. People want to know how they're going to get rich off this thing, okay?
100%. So let's go back to our landing page real quick, Mintra.ai.
Okay.
Right. Mint is a PRC20 token. It can be traded on dexes like PulseX, like PHUX. It can be staked, burned, or used as a currency on the marketplace itself. So the tokenomics of it are that mint stakers, and I'll explain the staking tokenomics shortly. They receive 1/3 of all platform fees. The mint buy and burn function receives 1/3 of all platform fees. And the root address, a mint controlled address, receives 1/3 of all platform fees. You can use the mint token as the actual currency on the marketplace, just the same as with PLS or with Hex or PLSX or stablecoins. The difference being mint is treated slightly differently, where if you do choose to use mint as the marketplace currency, you get 1/3 off discount off of the 2.25% fee. So you're really only paying 1.5% fee as a mint holder. So that gives it nice utility in the same way. I don't know if you've been around since the days when BNB was just first launching, and what they did on Binance was like you hold BNB,
crazy.
You get a discount on trading fees. Genius.
Yeah.
So like it adds utility to the token. So if you use mint as marketplace currency, you get 1/3 off trading fees. So I wanted to emulate that a little bit. Cool. So let's get into the staking tokenomics. Again, these are testnet prices, heavily inflated. But as you can see, I already have some mint staked. I already have a little bit of yield. Have some liquid PLS. I don't have any liquid mint. Let me unstake everything to show you guys how to start from scratch, right? So
my first question is, where's the PLS come from? But in the voice of, where's the ETH, Richard? Like the voice of that. But like, where's the PLS, Gerardo?
Where does the PLS come from?
Yeah.
Platform fees. So it shows here clearly in the tokenomics on the landing pages. Stakers receive 1/3 of all platform fees, which I think is it's a good system because you're not inflating your token to pay out stakers. You're not getting it from God knows where and leaning towards like Ponzi-nomics. You're just, if there's success on the platform and there are fees, you just get part of those fees. It's a very straightforward, kind of like a PulseX, right? Where do the LP fees come from? or users trading? What if there are no users trading? You don't get LP fees. It's really that simple. If there's NFT trading, you get staking fees. If not, you don't. So it's really inspired by that sort of model, right? You have, I don't want to go too tangential, but you can pay out through inflation, you can pay out through fees, and there's the third major one that people use. So inflation, there's fees, and there is sometimes yield from other places, and it starts getting a little complex. But
we do the coins. You can do your own coin or a different coin, or there's a bunch of different ways. Yeah,
exactly. So let's unstake, right? And this is very similar to yield farming, if you guys are familiar. If you're not, it's basically soft staking, where you can lock and unlock whenever you want. There's no time commitment. The only time aspect to this is what you can see here, which is the rewards duration, which is 8,640 blocks, effectively a day on PulseChain, in PulseChain time, 10-second blocks. So roughly every day or so, you need to be staked for a full duration to get yield. So it incentivizes to stake for more than 1 day at a time. However, it's not necessary. The incentive is there. It's not a requirement, though. Big difference. So let's unstake and harvest our yield, which is unstaking my 28,000 mints and my 200 PLS in yield, so that I can restake and show you guys how to do it. So
this is sweet.
Thanks, man. Mint can be, first of all, check. I know I'm all over the place. If you check sacrifice here at top of Mintra.ai, you can see your allocation to see how much mint you're allocated from the sacrifice phase back in February of 2022. And you can view your details, whatever. And it's actually really easy to add it to your MetaMask right here. It's a little MetaMask. Boom. In case you haven't added it, Mint, cool. Now it's in your MetaMask. And yeah, it reflects the amounts clearly here. You have your Mint and your PLS balances. They look like they're reflected correctly. And you can stake all of it if you want, or you can just stake part of it. So let's do like 10,000. Why not? You have to set your spending cap as when you're doing most DeFi. Set a spending cap. The site can spend up to, let's say, 10,000 mint. Excuse me. Approve it. I think testnet is like 14-second blocks. It's a bit slow.
Huh. I didn't realize that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Amount has been approved. Let's take it.
So essentially, the reason to hold and stake Mint would be to, one, earn platform fees, so get paid the yield in PLS, and so that can help. That's like one of the tokenomics. And then just remind me too, is there a fixed supply? Is it just from the sac phase that was the total supply?
Yeah, that's correct.
Initial is there any supply, burning or anything?
Automated, yeah. So we'll get into the buy and burn in a sec. But you're right, fixed supply, and it'll only go down from there, which is really nice. It doesn't inflate.
Gotcha.
So now we have our mint staked, and we're now officially mint stakers. Very, very cool. So in this case, there's 13 hours left in the duration, right? So we need to, the way this works is you wait 13 hours, and then this stake will start collecting yield, right? But you will have to be staked for that full duration, the next one, because we're not in a full one because it's already like halfway through. So let's see, let's do a little bit of math. 13 hours and then 24 hours. So in about 37 hours from now is when you'll actually be able to unstake and get some yield in this particular scenario. If I were closer to like the 24 to the end of this, then it would just be 24 hours. But right now it's 37. Gotcha. So boom, here we are. And again, where does the yield come from? It comes from platform fees. But what's really cool is this burn page. If you go to Mint, we were just on Mint Stake, you go to Mint Burn. This is where the magic happens. This is where users call the function to pay out stakers, to go to buy and burn, and to go to the root address. So not only is it handled by the smart contract, but it's handled by users calling a public function. So the same way the narrative with Hex is users mint their own rewards. You mint your own rewards, which is true. In this case, it's users distribute their own rewards. They're not minting it, right? Because they've been collected as platform fees, but they are pretty much calling the function that takes all of the collected fees up to that point and distributes them accordingly to where they need to go. So in this case, there's about 10,000 PLS sitting in what we call the fee splitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what's been collected as fees. And this is pretty cool too. My friend and guy was like, we should add this, which is everyone gets a bounty. Just the same in PulseX. You get a bounty for mashing this button. Because why would you mash it and spend your gas? Especially during high gas fee environments. You probably wouldn't. Unless you're like a real fan of Mintra and just want to see your yield, want to see your buy and burn. Like there are incentives. Stakers probably might be more incentivized to mash this. Mint holders too. But in general, now everyone is, because you get a bounty of 1,000th, so 0.1% of all of the PLS balance in the contract. So in this case, since the fee splitter has like 11,000 pulse, I'll get like 11 pulse just for hitting this. And if this is bigger, obviously I'll get more. So buy and burn, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and this calculates, this red thing, it calculates the difference between your bounty and how much gas is going to cost to see if you're profitable or not. Cool, token successfully flushed. That's really nice. So you can see what happened in this transaction. And you can see, let's see if I actually got my bounty. Right, so it showed me, remember that warning? It was like, this is not profitable. You will lose 0.000006 pulse if it goes through. It happened. I just lost pulse with that. So it's not always profitable unless there's a lot of fees sitting in there.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, that was a test function under normal on MAINNET and stuff when people are using the platform. Otherwise, it should be a lot larger.
Lowest price. What we could do is we could fill the fee splitter with more fees. Let's buy a Hex Funk for 5 million pulse. Why not? It's on sale. Because I want to show you the scenario in which it is profitable. Hit that buy and burn button.
Okay.
So buying NFT. Cool. Now I'm a proud owner of HexFunk 3810 on this account. I can see how quickly the button's changed. I can list it for sale now, put it on auction, transfer it, or do like a bulk list for sale. Cool. So now if we go to the burn page, there should be more fees sitting there. Look at that. Fees were collected from the sale. Cool. So now I want to hit buy and burn. That red thing doesn't appear, no warning. So this is profitable. And let's do it. So 123,000 pulls that we're about to flush. And again, that's going to go to buy and burn, stakers, and root address. So let us see. Flush bounty reward. It even shows you here 112 pulse.
Nice.
112.5. So in theory, this one should be profitable. Cool. Tokens successfully flushed. And you can see in the transaction itself what happened. That, remember, there was like 123,000 pulse. And it goes a third. So 41,000 went to buy mint on the market on PulseX. 202 mint got bought, 41,000 pulse, and then 202 mint got burned, sent to the 0 address. So that's all working. Let's go to the account I used and confirm we're a human to Block Scout. Bad gateway, of course. And see my coin balance history. Did it go up? Yep, it went up by 112.5 pulse. So the front end calculated it correctly. It showed you your bouncy, and we got our incentive to mash that button. And now stakers got their yields. Token got bought and burnt. And if we actually go to our staker yield, oh yeah, we would have had some if we'd already been staked for long enough, because we just executed some staker yield right there. But that's how the buy and burn works, which I think is freaking awesome.
Yeah. That I could see you modeled a lot of this, a lot of the tokenomics stuff from Hex, from PulseX, from
Yeah.
you learn from a lot of really cool techniques that make sense within the platform for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because it is kind of a Frankenstein of a little bit of Hex, a little bit of PulseX, a little bit of everything.
Okay. Quick question, just to clarify too from Bets. Overall, Mintra holders are the house and earn some of the fees. So you would say the stakers are the house, or how would you explain that?
So Mint holders, what do they benefit from? They benefit from the buy and burn, from just constant buy pressure on the market of Mint directly proportional to any potential volume on Mintra. And so if you're just holding a token that's getting bought up with buy and burn, it's like PulseX. Like the incentive to hold PLSX holders benefit from the buy and burn. Mint stakers not only benefit from the buy and burn, but also from the yield. And yeah, so for Mint holders and stakers, they both benefit. Stakers, I'd argue, slightly more, just via tokenomics. Like they just get more. Like they get the benefits of the buy and burn. They can unstake whenever they want. If they like the price of Mint and want to sell it on the market, and at the same time they're getting yield. Like it's kind of a no-brainer to stake, in my opinion, because you can unstake whenever you want. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how much people stake, and you can see that in our Learn tab. We have a ton of stuff like our FAQ that I showed you earlier, our analytics, which I'm describing now, which is like how much Mint stakes total. Okay, 217 million. How much rewards are sitting in the staking reward pool? Should make that clear. Total staking rewards pool. I'll change that today. 14 million pulse. Total Mint supply. How much volume you've seen on the marketplace from sales or auctions, collections, total NFTs, users. I mean, this is kind of equivalent to up here if you hover. Total Mint staked is like your TVL right here, just in USD. Burned since launch. And your charts, like your supply chart, should really only be going down. Perfect. Everything's working.
How'd you learn how to make such good charts, man?
These charts, we use the library. I forgot what library we use, man. But are you hinting towards linking the Hex?
Yeah. I was joking. Yeah. How do you learn how to make such good charts? Did you ever do a website that did some of that stuff before?
My the child which I've abandoned, and I heard a cool analogy the other day. I was like, this is like the kid that's doing good. They can take care of themselves. They go to school, they walk home, and they're not really bugging you anymore. They can survive on their own. And Mintra is the one. This is the child that's like the newborn, needs all your attention. It's the most expensive one, constantly shitting itself every day, and the one you pretty much pay full attention to. So yeah, that's the case. But looking at Hex was the original child. Yes.
As long as it's shitting yield, we're okay with the Mintra shitting.
Do not say that when I'm taking a drink. That was tough.
within the analogy. One more question on the buy and burn as well. Are bots welcome for the buy and burn button claiming?
Are bots? Yes. Good old bots.
They've kind of taken over the buy and burn on a lot of products lately, huh?
Kind of, but no. So contracts cannot call it. And this was inspired by PulseX. I looked at the PulseX contract, and there was a little thing that was like only EOA. If you guys know what EOA is, it's externally owned address. So it's like your address that you own or mine that I own, not including smart contracts. Smart contracts are not EOA.
So the bot couldn't be a smart contract to do it, but it still could be just an address that is calling different API functions stuff. Okay.
I was right about to get in that. You're smart. Yep, exactly. So it can't be a smart contract, but you can have a normal EOA and script it as some people do. And if you want to have your hot wallet and your private key in like a freaking .env file somewhere and script your thing, like go have fun. That's not, I'm not about that life personally, but yes, that can be done. But yeah, smart contracts cannot call. And the reason for that was like, what was the reason for that? It was the slippage stuff. We were doing some models on, all right, so Mint buy and burn, it's effectively PLS buying Mint on the market. Well, now you have to think about slippage. Do you have slippage limits? If it's really high slippage, Could someone go and buy Mint on the market, hit the buy and burn, sell Mint on the market, and pretty much dampen the pump? Yeah, there was modeling done around that led us to decide for the sake of the users, only let EOAs call that function. And you pointed out, you can script an EOA, you can automate it, but it would be harder to do that and dampen the pump. So
maybe it would definitely be more efficient with another smart contract doing it. But I wonder those, PulseX buy and burn. I don't think I've ever looked at it and said, the button's clear, you should burn some. It's always been, I guess, I assume scripted away if it's the same case as this. But interesting. Okay, good question.
Yeah, they do the same thing.
One to hear from Bets. When is Mintra going live on MAINNET? Is it within the next 5 minutes?
So royalties, we enforce. When is Mintra going live on MAINNET? October. I think I've said that. I think I said I'd give a week notice, right? How many people are live on this?
30-ish.
Should we give some alpha?
I mean, these are the 30 people who did show up and are listening. So I almost want to talk more to these people than I would if they were like 100 or more, because then you got actually people who are super interested.
Nice. Yeah, Vets is spamming with questions. I like it. Let's see. What do we do with our Mintra token stake it? Yep. Mintra holds for the house? Yeah. Oh, that's what you were getting at. Yeah. Bots. Some good questions. Okay. Not today. We're not launching today. How about that? So that
is shocking. Shocked. I'm shocked.
Also not launching tomorrow. So there you go. 10th and 11th are not on the table. See, I don't want to see when I start doing that, then people start like coming up with conspiracies when I'm just kind of like having fun.
But not launching Rich's birthday, which was yesterday as well. So
I didn't. Though that would have been good.
How disrespectful.
I will say that we've had MAINNET estimate launch dates, and they've slowly been like creeping back a few weeks, and but they've been creeping back by smaller and smaller amounts. Usually like a week. Now it's like then it was days, but before the end of the month. Man. Yeah.
James says, "What is your interpretation of imminent?"
My interpretation of imminent is imminent.
Imminent of interpretation. I mean, yes.
You will have that interpretation imminently.
I have a surprise comment for you that I'll get back to after you finish with all these. I'll save it for afterwards. But I do want to hear about the royalties. Let's do that.
All right. So royalties. Yeah, we do enforce creator royalties, as you saw like on the Launchpad. So if you're creating a new collection, you can set your royalty. But I think one of the huge value props here to any creators, and this will be huge for Ethereum creators too, who've already deployed collections successfully, already have built NFT communities, have active communities, and need more incentive to get their followers trading their copies on PulseChain than just like, oh, you have a free copy, right? And that is the fact that you can set a royalty on any contract that you own. So let's say you are the deployer of, I don't know, Pudgy Penguins, right? And you're like, oh, it looks like all my users, my 10,000 NFT holders, have a copy on PulseChain. Yeah, PulseChain's all right. I don't know if I want to send them over there. I don't know if those copies are valid, right? But then you find out, oh, I can go into my view profile, look at the collections I own, aka the ones I've deployed from an address. I can go in and set a royalty. You as the owner of the collection could go in and set a royalty. So let's do one that doesn't have a royalty set. Like I created these the other day. No royalty set, perfect. Made these with AI, by the way. Launching NFT art has never been easier. So you own this collection. Let's just pretend these are the Pudgy Penguins that got forked over. Okay? So they copied over high value legacy Ethereum NFT collections. You can set a royalty and be like, oh, now I have more of a reason to tell my followers to come trade their copies because I'm going to benefit 1% on every trade. Why not? And the same as with the Launchpad, you can set the royalty receiver to the current wallet or a different one. You set your royalty, pay a little bit of gas, wait a few seconds for the block to finalize, and I'm hoping our front end will reflect it immediately. If not, I'll hit it with that refresh. Wait for a little notification to go from blue to green. Take a sip of your ghost.
Reflected imminently. So yeah, I waited till you were finished. I waited till the can went back down before I did it. I timed it.
There it is. In front end reflects it immediately, 1%. And now you can be like, hey, Penguin holders, come trade your copies on Mintra. Tweet. And like, this is the case for all Ethereum creators who've already built their communities, already deployed their collections, already had success. All their holders already have a copied over collection. And now as a creator, you have the 1% royalty incentive to get everyone to come trade. So I think that in particular is pretty huge and should not go under the radar, because that's how you get Ethereum creators over, right? Boom. So I mean, we thought things through, man. Want to make sure our Mint community, our holders or stakers were taken care of. Want to make sure the PulseChain community is taken care of. Want to make sure creators of NFTs, both Ethereum and PulseChain, are taken care of, as well as traders and collectors and buyers of NFTs. So we're taking care of the whole gambit here. And yeah, we've set the royalty, and I'm just stoked, man, about that feature. And it's all described here on the .ai. But I really believe we've built PulseChain's best NFT app that's out there right now. We've put in the most time, effort, sweat, capital, audits, testing. Like this is as solid as it gets when it comes to development of a project on a blockchain, man.
It looks great. It really does.
Thank you, bro.
I know it's been a lot of work. I know it's I'm not a founder of a token myself. I do work on the PulseChain validator scripts and stuff, and it's like you want to have a product that helps people and like does what you say it's going to do, and has as few bugs as possible, and obviously no critical ones. And it's a lot of work talking to people, responding to stuff, thinking of all the edge cases. It's a lot of work.
Edge cases, man. They're the worst. It's everything. You have to think through so many different scenarios, and if you didn't, you have to go back and make sure you did. For solidity, guys, make sure you get audits, make sure you have full test coverage, make sure you have unit tests, like get a full testing harness around your thing. They're probably scenarios you haven't thought of. They're probably edge cases you haven't thought of. So do your due diligence before launching financial immutable software, right? Yep.
A couple questions here before we get to the comment that may take us out on the stream here. Kung Tech Fu says, "Is this alternative to the Pulse Market app?" Do you know what the Pulse Market app is? Because I do not.
I do not know.
Okay.
No expectation.
That's okay if you don't know. Didn't know if it was. Didn't know if it's something you knew about or not. No problem. We do not know Kung Tech Fu. Beth says, "Is Mintra deploying on both ETH and PLS?"
Well. That's a good question. PulseChain needs an NFT marketplace, a general purpose NFT marketplace like this. And that was the original goal. I love KG's philosophy with internet money. It's like PulseChain first, chain agnostic. I really like that. That's a really good ethos to lead your project with. I mean, the question is, if Mintra flops on PulseChain, there's the incentive to go over to ETH. If Mintra kills it on PulseChain, there's the incentive. We killed it here. Why not over there? Go over to ETH. So like either way, the incentive is there, but it's kind of a later thing. If that makes sense. Like definitely launch on PulseChain first. Even if we were to launch an Ethereum eventually, it would absolutely still be PulseChain first. So it's still up in the air. It's a later thing. It really is a later thing. Like cross that bridge when we get there. And unless there's like a huge reason not to, the main one I can think of is just kind of the brand purity play. It's really just optics would be like the only reason not to. It's like, well, we're pure, we're PulseChain. Like, I mean, the fees actually, no, I take that back. I mean, unless fees get absolutely exorbitant on PulseChain, I mean, that actually is huge. Low fees is a huge part of our value prop. I don't know why I didn't bring that up, but it's a later thing. Yeah, PulseChain 100% going to launch on PulseChain. On Ethereum, it's 50-50. That's my best answer to that.
Did you? I imagine there's still some other ideas. I know you want to get launched and then go from there. But even we were talking about earlier with the AI stuff, I wonder if that could be a feature on Mintra too, where you can either tokenize the JPEG you have, or you give it a JPEG, it connects to some AI service, some API, generates you one, and boom, goes from there. So,
I mean, we could wrap an API around like Midjourney. That doesn't sound too hard, too bad. That starts leaning more towards the like, okay, we're gonna enable you to create your art here. Up until now, our ethos has really just been, we're not trying to be the next Midjourney, we're not trying to be the next Photoshop, we're not trying to be the next, what's that one pixel art one? Asaprite. We weren't trying to be that at first. If everything clears up and everyone is chilling, the devs don't have much work to do, then we get to have fun. We get to play and add all these new features. And the creation side of the actual art, again, that's a whole other branch that we would have to really commit to and make nice. And it's open to the world. Like anyone can really make an API call wrapper for like Midjourney. Just put in your prompt, generate your art, boom, boom, boom. I use Midjourney all the time for fun.
Well, you were describing it too in the JSON. That's what made me think that's what was going to happen, because you were putting the details and describing. I was like, oh, maybe this is like an AI feature and stuff too. So you kind of already have you're kind of already describing it. You could probably even scrape that from the metadata, and then they don't really have to type anything other than what they've already inputted.
That is kind of interesting, actually. Wow. Okay. So it would take the name, the description, all the metadata, use that as the prompts. Yeah, RHMax coming to rescue with new features. Okay.
Not a dev, but I have ideas.
Yeah, that is cool.
Huh. Are you ready for some Hero Bowl?
Yeah.
Your guy GameSys. Okay, was looking at IPFS. Image Gerardo uploaded was RHMax.jpg, not one.jpg.
My man. Yo. Thank you, GameSys. Okay, so I uploaded RHMax.jpg, not one. That is, yup. Okay. Told you I was going too fast. Let's do that again.
All right.
Wrapping back around.
We're gonna make it work. It's gonna happen.
One.jpg. Actually, it's already a JPEG. I don't need .jpg. Already JPEG. Sweet. Okay, now I'm excited. Okay. So upload your one.jpg. Cool. It's here. Get your CID. Open your metadata. Paste your CID. Make sure this is one.jpg matches what this is. So original error was it was a .png, but then we didn't look at the name, right? So it's one.jpg. Cool. Save that. Pass your metadata onto IPFS. Only 492 bytes. Nice and light. Let's go to our Launchpad. Grab our IPFS URL. Paste that in there. RHMax. RHM. Said 5555. When will it launch? Let's say 5 minutes.
Yeah.
11:45 a.m.
You can say if you do seconds, you could do 5 minutes and 55 seconds.
No, we don't have seconds.
Sorry.
Minting end date. Let's give it a day. Just 24 hours. Just one NFT, right?
Yeah.
Let's see how hyped your followers are. Let's see who goes to mint that. It's pretty cheap too. 5555 pulse. That's pretty cheap. Even on Tesla, it's pretty cheap. Let's see. Is it burnable?
Sure. Let's do burnable. Why not?
Royalty?
Yeah. Let's just play with all the features here.
5.55. And I could paste one of your addresses. That's kind of cool too. Like I could deploy for you and paste your address as a royalty. Like there's so many ways to combine this. So we'll just do this one for now. Look at that. It pre-populated maximum supply of 1. Because that info is in the metadata, in the Yeah. It's in.
Yeah.
We only uploaded 1.json. If we had uploaded like 10 JSON files, that would say like, and if it all worked properly, it would say 10. And here, maximum mintable per user, just one, because there's only one. Boom. So it gives you the preview. So it's like, okay, it's getting it from IPFS correctly. Let's confirm our details. That's the standard. That's the symbol, max supply, mintable per user, cost, IPFS URL, and all of our toggles. It's a timed, burnable, royalty-enabled feature. A little bit of warnings here, because like what we just ran into, if you were able to get to the stage, but there's still an error, we're like, okay, note that this feature is advanced. Make sure your IPFS link is valid. We don't want users to incur gas costs without having their stuff deployed, right? Even though it's low gas, it's like we're trying to be nice here, and we never know where gas is going to go in the future. We have our Microsoft Azure AI overlords scanning the content to make sure you don't spam us with dick pics. And we can, and I've said multiple times, like we can make those AI weights public, like the parameter weights, to make just for transparency, because this is that one angle where people might complain about censorship, and I totally get it. But you have to understand what position we're in. You know, we don't want to get spammed with explicit material. So yeah, we can make those weights public and be transparent about that to show you like, okay, this is the Gore score, this is the Racy score, this is the adult score, and like we our threshold, we limit it here, and they're 0 to 1, right? So maybe we limit one at 0.7, maybe another one's a little, gnarly, we limit it to 0.4 and all of that. So I really do want to make that public sometime soon. So
open source the algorithm. Yeah, I like it.
That too. That's a future conversation. Yeah. So you may leave this page, continue using the app normally. If there's like, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of items, it'll take a while and you can actually leave. It'll have a little thing down here in the corner so you can come back to it whenever. So you don't have to wait on one page. But it looks like this was completed, created successfully. Boom, this is your contract address. If you want to copy it, double check on a block explorer. View your collection drop, and here you are. Boom. And you can confirm on Mintra's homepage that it's minting now. It might take a sec, but it'll pop up here. Oh, no, it's on upcoming because it's in seconds, in a few seconds. Right? So it's in the upcoming tab. It's not quite live because we set it for 11:45 for me, my time, which is like
a few
seconds. So I'm actually curious. I want to see how quick our front end is. If we reload at 11:45, it'll pop up. But no, I mean, it's already live on this page, and it even shows you mint starting in 16 seconds, the price, yada yada. 0 out of 1 have been minted. Any of your 30 followers want to go snipe that? That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, you want to drop the URL in the chat or private chat? I can post it. Just curious if anyone wants to get on testnet. GameSys, I know you're still there. Mm-hmm. Even you can do it if you like, since you are the man of the hour, fixing all these bugs that Gerardo can't put together 2 sentences to show us a walkthrough. Damn, Gerardo.
Bro, I know. What would I do? I don't know what I would do without GameSys, man. Here we are. It's live.
That's awesome, man.
So there's the link. Yeah, there it is. Like I could mint it, but that's no fun. I'll let someone else mint it. It's live for a day, just a few thousand pulse. And yeah, it'll be sent directly to your address from the contracts, or rather it'll be minted from thin air. So the block explorer will show like 0 address to your address. And that's all she wrote, man. From there, you can sell it on the market. You can just hold it, you can send it to your friend or whatever. And yeah, looks like no one sniped it yet in the last minute. All good. I'm sure it'll be gone within the day. If not, I'll mint it. But that's the Launchpad. I'm glad I was able to demo that successfully.
Yeah, man, that was a journey. Everyone who's just tuned in the last 15 minutes, it's been a journey with Gerardo. We figured out how to mint an NFT, went through the JSON metadata, some of the technical stuff, which like we talked about, may be a little bit easier on the site. Once there's a sort of just put in the information, it'll make it for you. But if you want to do it now. We went through the entire process, and like I think it was really helpful. Very, very cool. Don't get to do a lot of like, I mean, yeah, not really a deep dive, but just be able to like debug problems and stuff live. It's pretty good for learning. So hopefully everyone appreciated that as well.
Nice, man. Yeah, like make sure you don't have extra commas. Make sure your file extension is correct. Make sure the name is correct. All of that. And
yeah, I just wanted. Is there anything else you want to show on the platform, or I've got one question to wrap up on after that?
Yes, a few things. So
yeah,
our Learn tab shows contract addresses, which is here, because one of the biggest things, you know this issue is like, I'll be like, okay, cool, we want to support this NFT collection. What's their contract address? It's not on their Twitter, or it's pinned somewhere way buried down. I click on their Telegram, I have to go up to their pinned messages, and sometimes it's not there, and it's just like such a headache. Versus if you just have a page. And I'm gonna call out all of you guys. If you have a project on PulseChain, please have something like this. Like otherwise it's a headache for everyone. You make it more difficult for people to interact with your thing, engage with it, build on it, yada yada. Like this is key. Get your contract addresses in one clean place, whether it's a white paper, one of those, what are those things, like the little those doc hubs? I forget, Gitbook, right? A lot of people use Gitbook.
Gitbook, yeah.
That's a good one to plop it right in there, a page with official contract addresses, our supported PRC20s on the platform. And this is testnet, right? Mainnet will obviously have the main ones like PLSX and some other big ones. But for a lot of these, like either the contract address is different on testnet and mainnet, which is why it's not here, or like, for example, Pepe didn't even launch, I think. I don't even think it exists on testnet. But like a lot of those will be supported on mainnet, and we can add them, by the way. Can't remove them, but I'm surprised no one's asking, like, are there admin keys? There are light admin keys that can do things like this. Add a supported PRC20. It can't remove supported PRC20s, but it can add new ones. So there's that. That's it. It's like
unstoppable code.
Yeah, unstoppable code, baby. So here are our supported PRC20s, official contract addresses, even some chain info if you need it. And then our blog. I'm a fan of our blog, man. Because now
I'm a fan of blogs.
Now we can have different authors here, which this is a good time to point that out. Is if anyone has a really cool, if anyone's a writer, if anyone's a journalist, if anyone writes cool articles, like I'm happy to chat it out, and you could be an author on Mintra's blog if you write a cool article on, I don't know, PulseChain NFTs in general. You're an NFT creator, you're a collector, like whatever angle you bring to it. If it's relevant, it has to be at least partly relevant to the platform. It's NFTs a bit. You can find your way on here onto our blog. I don't see why not. I think that's a great way to promote other people's journalism and writing, and at the same time, it's like you're giving them a platform because we're gonna have traffic, I'm assuming. Right, and we'll share those stats with writers. Like, look, you can get this much traffic on average. This is what we get, and get your name out there. And click on this, ends up in your Twitter. Get more Twitter followers. Why not? But then Mintra benefits because like they're promoting Mintra's blog, which now you're on Mintra, you're on the site. So a lot of cool little ways to plug into the community.
The blogs are underrated. Like it's where I put a lot of my technical long form content. If it's not in a tweet, like I'll have it on the blog somewhere to like actually go through some of it and help people. Videos can do so much, but I feel like what you can put in a blog that you've like made different iterations over and it sort of stands the test of time. Like that could be more effective than videos sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. And better than tweets too. Because like we said, tweets can just get buried. I remember Mintra had some release notes in one of its releases, and it was just buried. And it's like, you want to make things easy for people to access was the idea behind this. And yeah, you have your FAQ, your analytics. You can request new collections if you don't see them on the platform. They'll show up here, the ones with the most requests. These are test collections, the ones with X's, like 1, 2, 3. That's not even a contract address. We were just testing this out. But yeah. We support these that people wanted. They wanted the Illuvium IDO collection, and now we have it. But yeah, our requests, our learn, mint token, Marketplace, you can explore collections, NFTs, users, auction sales, deploy your own. Did we go through the view profile? Not much.
Not yet.
But
yeah, you'll check that out.
This is probably a good one to finish things off. Is let's say you sold some stuff on the marketplace, right? Where do those funds go? They get allocated to you, but you have to withdraw them. And if you start noticing this theme where users have to call the function to send funds, just like with the flush page, right? To send to buy and burn stakers, and users distribute their own rewards. And this is best practice in Solidity, actually, is during one of our security audits, we learned about this safety pattern when it comes to withdrawals, which, Hex Live, my main Solidity guy, he could go into that way more in depth. But effectively, it's like you want users to be calling these functions versus contracts calling a function a contract, calling a function on a contract, where you might have like amongst those hops, you might have some vulnerability where someone can inject themselves and be like, oh no, I'm, the one calling this when it should be something else. Like the least unmediated hops, I don't know how else to say it, you have, kind of the better. And of course, you put your re-entrancy guards and stuff so that doesn't happen. But man, some of these hacks get so advanced that I didn't even want to risk it. It's like, let's just do the safety patterns that they're recommending and everything. And so that's that spiel on why it's like this, and you don't just get it sent to your wallet. So you go to withdraw, and you're like, all right, from the ERC 721 marketplace contract, looks like I've sold some stuff, and I have about 2 million Pulse just sitting in there waiting for me to withdraw it. So this is my creator revenue, effectively. This is from any successful mints on your NFTs from the Launchpad, whether you auctioned something off, sold something, accepted someone's offer. All of that revenue goes here. You just go to withdraw, and it gets sent to you. So that's pretty important to bring up, because you don't want people wondering where their sell revenues are going. They're right there. You just have to click a button. Did I sell any 1155s? Nope. Cool. Withdrawal in progress, and then you can see your withdrawal history as well. Cool. So I've been selling stuff 8 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago. And pending balances are now 0. That'll take a while to update the withdrawal history. And I got my PLS. Very cool. And the profile page, we can run through it a little bit. You have your portfolio, which is effectively all of your NFTs. Right? You have and you can toggle between collections and NFTs. So if you own a smart contract that is an NFT collection, you deployed it, you own it, it'll show up here. If you own any individual NFTs, wherever they're from, someone else's collection, your collection, will show up here. Whether you have stuff on sale or on auction, will show up here in your shop. And don't have anything for sale right now. People bought it, probably. I'll put something up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they must have bought it.
Let me put up this punk I just bought. Bought it for 5 million. Let's profit a little bit. Let's sell it for more than we bought it for. Why not? And then
Is that what people do?
I know, right? Is that how it works? Buy bottoms, sell tops?
I thought it was sell low and buy high. I thought this whole time. Strange.
Let me put this penguin on auction. Let's put it on auction for mint. I want some mint. I want to stake it, So I'm going to sell this bad boy for 10,000 mint. Or this is an auction. We'll start the auction at 10,000 mint. And we'll do it for hours, daily, weekly, custom. Let's do a week.
Yeah, that's another tokenomics part too, right? Where you create demand for mint through maybe people selling it for that. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a huge one for the ERC20 communities that we kind of just glossed over. It's like you saw all the PRC20s we support. Now, there are a lot of ERC20 themed NFTs. I mean, just look at this Hex Funk. What's that themed around? Hex. So like, I wouldn't be surprised to see Zen NFTs selling for Zen, Hex Funks selling for Hex, Pulse Funks selling for Pulse. So that's another cool little piece. And like you said, mint or any token for that matter, you're like, oh, I really want that NFT, but I don't have that token. whatever token that is, like you might have to go buy it, which is bullish for that token, so that sellers can kind of push that pressure along in whatever direction they want. So that's a cool tokenomic. So now our shop should be populated because I have something for sale. Yep, here it is. I have something for auction. So our shop is now nice and populated. Here in the offers tab, you can see the offers you've made on things. We made this one earlier today on the stream on this llama pass. A few days ago, or like a week ago, I wanted this bro.pls, so I made an offer. That's pretty cool, honestly. Whoever snags that on mainnet, like, I'm gonna be jealous. You got offers received. bro. We need bruh.pls as well.
I'm sure
offers made, bids made, bids received, and your full activity, and we're cleaning this up right now, actually, actively, to where, you know, like a sales success, if it's from you, should say sold. And if it's to you, it should say bought. All right, sold, bought, auctioned off, auction one. Like we'll make these a little clearer, actively doing that now. But this is your full activity as a user. And you could probably see hints of more activity showing up in the future. This is just a marketplace activity. We definitely need Launchpad activity to be like collection deployed, NFT minted, and all that stuff. It's all coming. That's all front end stuff at this point. Super easy to do. But yeah, that's the full activity page if you want to see everything you've done, and hit up like a transaction hash would be nice too as a row. If you want to go to the block explorer. So yeah, little things, but this can all be done in like an hour type thing. So yeah, man, I think I went through the entire site other than like edit profile, which you can edit your banner image, your profile picture, your username. You can add this is all optional too, like the email, the bio, the personal website link. And
can I change my password?
There's no password. It's sign in with MetaMask.
Yeah. That is your password. Do you own the wallet or not? There you go.
Exactly. So this is a classic definition of Ethereum sign-in, or PulseChain sign-in, I guess. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Wow. Thanks, I feel like I know the platform much much better now too. I mean, I played with it a little bit on testnet, but now I'm like, whoa, that's how you do all this stuff. So, very cool.
That's how you do all it, man. And we built what we set out to build. PulseChain is our home. 10/unknown.
I thought you were going to count down 10, 9. Hey, I'm going to hit deploy. 7, 6. Not going to do today. Not today.
Little did everyone know. No, not today. But soon. This month. Soon.
Cool, man. I've got to wrap up and grab some lunch too, but I want to ask you one more thing before we go. I want to ask everyone this week, just generally, just to conclude, wrap up, sort of like wrap people's heads around this stuff now that they've seen the demo. But I've got my hex coins, I've got my PLS bag. What does Mintra do for me? Like, why would I be interested in Mintra? Why would I go for Mint? All that stuff. Just briefly.
Let's wrap it all up. Yeah. So if you want a token that is effectively, and it's questionable how direct or how loose it is, but effectively a proxy for the NFT space on PulseChain, I feel like Mint has the potential to become that, the ERC20 token proxy for NFT success on PulseChain, and more specifically NFT success on the Mintra platform, the trading, the launches, like, because Mint holders, like we described, will benefit from buy and burn, from active buy and burn, just like PLSX, and Mint stakers will benefit actively from Launchpad mints, right? Volume on there, marketplace volume. And again, you can stake whenever you want. There are a bunch of different plays, right? You can use it as a currency on the marketplace itself if you want lower fees compared to everyone else. So that could be seen as a sort of demand pressure. So there are multiple angles through which you can potentially benefit from the Mint token and why you might want it.
And if you want NFTs on PulseChain and want to be a shopkeeper or participate in any of that stuff too, you got a beautiful website to do it in. It really feels like you put some heart and soul in this, man. I really appreciate builders like that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, this is absolutely for the PulseChain community. That is Hex PulseChain community, giving me damn near everything in life. Like a real community, the first community to really, I guess, value me for what I can bring to the table up here, right? No, like you guys are awesome. This is for you guys. I built the platform for everyone, and it's a playground. Like I'm having so much fun playing with it on testnet. I'm out here launching NFTs, learning about JSONs and artwork, and making sure your stuff's on IPFS, and it's just fun, dude. That's another huge piece of it. Now that we're done with the hardest parts, is like now we get to do fun stuff. Like any cool ideas the community has, like I'm open, dude. I'm so open to it because that's what it's all about. I gave this example the other day, like the game Fortnite, right? Yeah. So they originally started as like, I think it was called Fortnite Save the World. No one knows that, but they saw Battle Royale start popping off, and they're like, oh, let's do Fortnite Battle Royale. Boom, millions of users within a few months. It's like so what do? They just listened. They're keeping up with trends. They're like, what do users want? What are they using? And I feel like Mintra, I really like to hold ourselves to those types of standards. It's like we're listening. What do you guys want? What's popular? What's causing the volume on Ethereum, on PulseChain, and let's get it here. Let's support it. There's really nothing else to do other than that.
I love it, man.
So
I love it for the love of the game. I can tell it too. There's plenty of people in the community where they're just. Nothing wrong with money. Nothing wrong with making money. Nothing wrong with we're all here to get madly rich and do all the good be a force for good in the world and all that stuff. But yeah, like when you talked about community, that's you really hit it there on the head. It's like this is the place to be.
It is, and it makes the money thing easier too. Like if you're broke, but you're broke together. Like right now in the bear market, everyone's kind of wrecked together. It's a little easier than if you're wrecked alone. That just sounds sad. I'd rather be wrecked together than wrecked alone. But,
I mean, misery loves company is a real thing. But wrecked. How is it wrecked? Wrecked people love company. There we go.
Yeah, man.
I'll take it, man.
But
I'll take it.
Yeah, we're out here. We building.
Just shout out to GameSys again. Not only tech support, but he also is owner of testnet RHMax NFT. Congratulations. For sure.
Yoinked it.
Got a good price.
Let's go. 100% minted. Let's go.
Boom.
Oh,
there it is.
man. Contract address. Here it is. Here's the actual view collection page for it. You can see it has one supply. You can see the owner. Of course, he'd be the one to do this in his bio. This is probably like character testing to see like how we purify our strings and stuff.
I like it. He's my kind of dev. That's good testing right there. I like it.
Oh yeah, that is good testing right there.
I mean,
0x.
That's like nice. All right, man. Excellent stream as usual. We gotta.
Thanks,
I'm glad you come on, take us through all this stuff. Yeah, I'm excited. So you literally got me much more. Again, I don't really do NFT stuff really at all, but this platform makes me want to at least participate, at least be excited about some of the yield bearing stuff that's going to be listed. And
me too, man.
Yeah,
me too, man.
Excellent work.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I'm excited to launch the thing. It's ready.
It's ready. It's ready. It'll be launched when it's ready, and when it's ready, it'll be launched. That's when. That's the answer to win today. Not today. Of course.
Always
yeah,
pleasure.
This is day 2. Yeah, day 2, Founders man. Week. Founders Week. That's a thing I made up, and it happened. You just put in the work, and you put it together, and you talk to people, and they say yes, and then here we are. We get to talk about cool stuff.
That's literally what it's all about, dude. Lead the charge. I respect that. I love that. I love that. We need to lead the charge. It's Founders Week. Why? Because I say it is. Okay. Because I say it is. Now come on my show. Let's go.
That was me and Gerardo's conversation. He was like, "Yes, I would like to also do that." Yes, and not so many words. Cool, man. Yeah, tomorrow. So yesterday we had Coast. Today we had Gerardo. And we went through the full Mintra's website. Jesus, if you just got here, rewind. You're gonna want to watch this. Pretty cool. MAINNET NFT live. And then tomorrow I got Mac debugged it too. Yeah, shout out to GameSys again. Tomorrow we got Maximus guys coming on. They're large in charge, and they build a lot of tokens as well. We're gonna talk about their stuff. And yeah, the rest of the week got a lot of cool builders coming on. I think Power City reached out, which I'm going to be doing like 3 double headers, so I'm going to be busy myself, so it'll be good. And then Friday, demo day. Again, everyone, if you want to come do demos, Gerardo, you're welcome to come back too. Just FYI, anyone's welcome to come do a 10-minute demo of whatever they want to show. And anyone in the community can come. Just sign up in a thread. I got on Twitter. Follow me there if you want to see that and all that stuff. But man, always a pleasure. Appreciate people like you in the community building the stuff we need, man. Building stuff. We got a heart. You got a soul. You putting it out there. Building good stuff.
Thanks, man. I'll be around. I'll be listening to your to the Founders Week too, and I'll be around.
Yeah, pop in. Let me know.
Cool.
Let me know if because I know KG's going to be there Friday as well. He's going to be like kind of co-hosting because he wanted to get some more time too and kind of look at some of the projects. So it'll be fun.
Maximus guys coming on tomorrow, you said?
Yeah, Maximus at I want to say 1 Pacific, so 4 p.m. Eastern, I think. Yeah, tomorrow.
Hey, if Gold Key is there, ask him where his NFT marketplace is that he said he was going to launch in 2 weeks.
I think I remember that thread. I remember that a while back too. Yes. Gold Key's there. Yeah, come in the chat. Come rowdy the chat, man. Come be respectful, but rowdy.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Do that. All right, everyone. That's all we got for you today. Scivive and 5555. We are out.